Hey, my friends and journal lovers, this is Rose from Rewritten Vintage Journals, and I am coming to you tonight to share with you my latest journal. So this is a MayFlower journal, and it's Nova Scotia's provincial flower. And I had some hard times trying to find some images for it. So it's finished. It turned out to be a lot bigger than what I thought it was going to be. So it measures, let's see here. So a little bit more than 5.5 wide and almost 9 inches tall. The spine is approximately like 2 3/4. There's a lot to this journal. Excuse me. So I've had this piece of leather piece for a while, and I've been waiting patiently to do this journal. So I had to include it somehow. However, it's quite like 3D or thick, and so to put it in the journal, I couldn't figure out how I could do it. So what I did was I made like a card that slips under the pages, sorta. That was my intent, for it to be thick and hard. However, you can't really use it for that. So the person that gets it, I have no clue what they're going to do with it. However, it is included. So let's just take a look. So it's quite thick. And I just used the graphic from an old book on the back, the same as the front. And then I used one of the old photographers' logo from the old vintage photos, which blended beautifully. And then I attached the leather MayFlower collection on it. And I think it turned out beautiful. So then I made this beautiful tassel, and there's all kinds of strings, sari silk ribbons, lace, beads. There's beads there. There's a little tag there. There's some buttons. There's all kinds of, oh, these are my favorite. There's 2 of these on there, gemstones. And then it's on a clip, so you can clip it. You can clip it to the back or the spine and then remove it if you want. Now, on the other side of it, there is also this beautiful MayFlower. It's like a keychain or a charm, and you can take that off just like that, and it will slip right off, or you can leave it on there, put it wherever you want. So there's that. And then here is the journal. I did not count the pages yet, but I will. It has 3 signatures, and I will spray the cover just so that the graphics don't get damaged. So I debated putting a pocket in there, but there's so many pockets in here that I didn't bother. But the person that gets it can. So this is a really vintage envelope that I got recently in a swap, and so I just put all the extra little like fussy cuts, and I'll probably add some more so the person that gets it can customize it themselves. Okay, so there is a lot of little pieces in here. Are we still taping? Yes. Okay. So here is a little poem about the MayFlower, and this graphic here I made myself, and then I put it inside this frame and put delicate and pink. This is a piece of handmade paper, and then inside here there is a big pocket. Okay. There is, what date is it? I don't have my glasses. Why don't I get my glasses every time? 1965. First day of issue, February 3rd, 1965. And this is the Nova Scotia Mayflower. And then it also has the stamp with the Mayflower on it from the Floral Emblem series. So that is a vintage envelope that slides right in there. And then we have just a little tag there. And here is, I went walking in the woods to try to find some blossoms, and I did, and so I pressed it, and that's in there. And then this opens up like this, and you can right here hide a picture in there, and then it's just a tag that you can put some of the fussy cuts on, decorate however you want. My avocado dyed papers. There's Tim Holtz paper clips with the seed beads on it and a little journaling card. Everything is distressed with Tim Holtz distressed inks and oxides. Some stenciling, very faint. And then this here is a paper doily, and then I added lace to the side and just some extra journaling with avocado paper. Because those can be quite delicate. And then there's some more stenciling, and I just love the two colors. Some tracing paper, some old ledger paper, some old book pages, and then this here flips down. So here's some writing. There's some faint lines back there. A nice journal card. And then, can you see this? This little flip down has a little pocket in it with a little journal card in it. And that just goes like that. And then it just paper clips together to hold it all together. And we have some vintage piano paper. And this has some kind of, what is it? Pink paint that I tried to dye the paper with water, and you can see the light pinks. And this is just a little bit about the Mayflower in Nova Scotia when it was first adopted. A little tuck there. Two pockets here. And I left the strings. I didn't put anything on them, but the person that gets it can cut them off and take the bow out if they want. I crumpled the paper to make it look like that. And then here on the back side is, which is very faint, there is the Mayflower waltz, and it's like music paper, sheet paper behind that. And then I used some, oh geez, I don't know what, it's not rice paper, something over top of it. It has little flecks of flowers in there, and just to make it look like it's faded behind there. And then there's a lace pocket with another journaling card, and then message from the heart, some note paper. And then there was a little tuck there with a little safety pin with some seed beads, and then there is a little resin type of flat, little charm that's Mayflowers. And then this little thing just flips out like this. And there's just some extra secret journaling spots there. Some little book pages. And then this here has the Mayflower and a little spot for notes. And these are the page tabs that I watched the tutorial from. Oh my gosh, I don't want to say her name wrong. Lise Hensel. She does, she's one of the makers for Tim Holtz. Anyway, she does these and I just absolutely love them. They're beautiful. And so I just added this the little tag there and a little piece of sari silk and some seed beads. And then here is a little side paper clip. You can put it wherever you want. I just put it there to hold them papers down. Now this here pocket, because it's the paper, can be quite delicate, can rip. So you can either glue that down and then put a photo there, or you can leave it as the pocket. And then inside I just put some old book pages. And then that just kind of keeps them there. Lots of lace. And then this is an altered guest check. And what I did is I just flipped it up and I made a little tuck there. And this neat little MayFlower toilet water. And then there's some extra spots in there. And then there's also a little secret note spot there. And I used to glue them. I used to glue a lot of this stuff down, and now I don't. I just try to paper clip them in so that the person that gets the journal can move them around and they can glue them in wherever they want. This is a 1, 2, 3, 4 pocket. And I thought this was beautiful. It's not original, it's just a replica. I printed it off. The MayFlower waltz, and she's just beautiful. It's just a beautiful graphic. And then it's just folded the old way that back in the old days they used to fold the envelopes or your letters when they didn't have envelopes or when they were expensive. And just an extra little spot to journal. Some journal cards. And then this is pink and I had to include it. And then, so this is the end of the first signature. And then, like I said, there's another big pocket there. I left this blank so the person can attach photos, do their own collaging on it themselves. And the same with these. I just left them blank. And then here is a little tuck up in there. And just some extra. And this is a piece of my, I really love that one. I wanted to actually put it in the journal, but this is from an old ledger and it's really, really old. So it was quite brittle and started to tear here. So I just figured that I would just, like you can see the little, it turned out really well. Very pretty. And then I made that into a tuck. This is a vintage envelope, and just put some extra writing paper there. This came from an old gardening book, and this talks about the MayFlower again here, and I crumpled that up on purpose. And then I made, and there's another beautiful little, I made a little flip out here. And then this is the Nova Scotia and the MayFlower Nova Scotia. And a little place for some notes there. And you can attach more paper there, staple it in. This is the other side of that vintage piano paper. And then there's a cute little dangle with beads there. And this is actually a little tuck there. And then this is a little tuck there. This says, nature gives to every, oh gosh, time and season some beauties of its own. Charles Dickinson. I hope I got that right. I don't have my glasses on. I'm so sorry. This here is cotton paper. And so I just made a couple like belly bands and a little pocket. So this is just an empty coin envelope. And this is from Chapter 1 Papers. And then this here. And you can take them apart and use them. And this is like a little resin. And this is a replica of the Nova Scotia penny years ago. And when it came out, they had Mayflowers on it. And I wanted to buy one off of eBay, but they're quite expensive. And this is May. And here I used Tim Holtz glossy accents on that piece. And there is embossed filigree there. And a little cluster. And that's a dyed envelope. And inside I try to always put this. It's the little things in life. And this little envelope pocket. And this here is in one of my books, 1800 books. Found it by mistake. It says Mayflowers on it. And they're all picking Mayflowers. And she has a crown of Mayflowers of some foxglove. Some more big pockets there. And here is, you can just see the image, very faint in the back, of a gentleman and a lady. And it says, Priscilla and John Alden. She and he went to the woods and searched until they found as many Mayflowers as they would twine a bay to garland Raghorn's head, a sight to see. And I just added that for some extra journaling. And here, these two pieces of paper, I think they were computer paper, had actually holes up and down there. And I thought, how am I going to cover them up? So I sewed the sari silk down the side, and then I took some thread and I threaded it through each one of the holes and put a bead. And so I hope you guys can see that. I hope. And this is a cute little, this is another one of the Chapter 1 Papers coin envelopes. And so what I did was I made the flap, and then I added the little pieces of papers going down for like a scrappy notebook. And then I cut the side open and I made a spot, and it opens like this. So there's another little journaling tag. Which is awesome to get rid of some of your little pieces of paper in a cool way. And I left this blank. Very easy to put a picture there with a little tab that you pull out, or strings. And once again, that's embossed there. The Mayflower, and it's a beautiful, beautiful poem. And then, and that has the Mayflowers on it and a little bit of information there. The flower doesn't dream of the bee, it blossoms and the bee comes. And there's another one of those. Awesome, awesome, awesome page tabs. Love it. And that one actually, you might be able to use that as a little tuck spot there. And then there's a pocket, a big pocket up there that goes the full length. So this is going into the third and last signature here. So this is an old postcard. It says the beautiful Mayflower. And of course, every time you Google it, it always comes up as the Mayflower ship. But this one does have the sweet blossoms and a picture of the Mayflower. And there's just a big journaling card. And then that opens up to another big pocket. And I wanted this to be simple because this picture, or this paper that I dyed, is so beautifully done by the avocados that I just had to leave it just so simple, because this picks up the pink, and it's a thicker paper. And then of course I coordinated it with this, and so this is like a big bookmark, and I laminated it and then just stapled it on. And there's Mayflower blossoms and a couple leaves. And then there are these, just a couple little tags. Little pocket there. And you can hopefully you can see that very faintly, but that there's a pattern in the paper. And there's some of that. I don't know if it's rice paper or what the heck it is. It says note stamped. Nice little collage here. And I think on these really nice graphics, I waxed it so if a piece of, or if you spilled water on it, it wouldn't ruin the graphic. And then there's another cute little tag there. And a pocket. And then this is some extra paper. Wildflowers are perhaps the most enchanting of all for me. I love their delicacy, their disarming innocence, and their defiance of life itself. I'm so sorry that I'm stuttering because I can barely make it out. And then there's some more about garden and flowers. This is MayFlower sheet music. And then I just made a nice little pocket there. And this is just another beautiful specimen of the MayFlower. And I actually wanted to stitch around there, but to get it to fit in this pocket, I had to cut it down really, really, really close to the leaf. And I thought that if I stitched it, it would open it right up. So I just left it. And then this is the back, spring flowers, and then the pocket. And this is 1800 ledger paper. And so it was already doing all of this flipped when I got it out of the ledger. And so what I did is I just put some glue on it and kept that same theme going on the paper itself. And some extra paper there. More of that ledger. And then this little crocheted lace. With another little journaling card and another chapter 1 paper sequin envelope. And this is some tracing paper that I stenciled on. And then here is another one of the Provincial Floral Emblem Nova Scotia vintage envelopes with a stamp on it. And then that's a little pocket, and you can flip this out. However, it's old, so it's starting to tear, but it seems to be doing fine in there. And this is a little journaling card there, a little tuck. And then this here is a metal, it's like a metal charm coin, and it's got some beautiful pink in there. And it was beautiful, so I added it. And here's another little envelope. And another one of those tabs. Love it. And there's another one of the coins with the MayFlower. And I used Tim Holtz, that glossy accent. Hope you guys can see this. I really love making them. Go and fly. And that one says the sweet scent of the MayFlower. Let me just have some
Sari silk. And this here is the MayFlower's Quiet Song. It's a very beautiful poem. And another little pocket. As I wandered the forest, the green leaves among, I heard a wild flower singing a song. William Blake. And that matches this. This says "You Are Enough." Some beautiful lace trim and inside this little booklet. This was, where did this come from? My Porch Prints. And it might have been one of the freebies. And so what I did was I just glued it and made the pockets at the top. So I did that with the front and then the back. And then it's like a little, put a couple pictures, cute little notes. I just love how this turned out. And then here's the back that I left. And there's another big pocket there. And actually, I haven't finished making this. I had forgotten all about it and I just found it. So I'm kind of making that into like a field book, field notes. And here is description, the parts of the plant. And then I think I'm going to either put, it'll probably just be plain paper there so you can write some extra journaling spots there. And it probably would fit. Right in there, yep. So there you have it. This here is I made, I had this graphic saved and it was supposed to represent a old book cover. And so I just printed it off and did the mirror image and then used chipboard and fixed it to the front and the back to make the front and back covers. And there will be a tie. It'll probably be pink sari silk tie to tie it together, hold it together. And there you have it. So 3 signatures. I'll post the picture or the page numbers when I list it. And all the fun stuff that goes with it. So I hope that this gives somebody some inspiration. And if someone likes pink Mayflowers, this is a journal for you. So thanks for watching, guys. This is Rose, and take care. Bye.